I'm sending this to one of the greatest men of God that I've ever known. Brother Johnny Hare has been a dear, dear friend over the years. Brother Hare, when I was just a struggling evangelist, you were one of the greatest inspirations to me. You helped me when a lot of people would not. And I just want to say that I thank you from the deep of my heart. I thank you for being a true friend in the time of need. I will never forget when an ice storm hit and everybody canceled and I was broke and I needed a place to preach, and you called and said, come on. The electricity was out. We had to preach by generators, but what a great time we had. And I'll never forget what a blessing that you and Lyndall and your family were in those years when I was struggling as an evangelist. Thank you so very, very much for your friendship. And we've hunted together, fished together, and boy, do we have some tales to tell. I remember the time at Glasscock Island. We'll never forget. But Brother C.D. Thornton, he was your neighbor and pastor, and you and Brother Thornton were very good friends, but he bought a brand new Jeep. And we were down at Glasscock Island, and he was going to try that Jeep out, and you told him, said, Reverend, that's a very bad hole back there. It had been raining, and it had flooded, and it was a very deep place back there, but oh, this Jeep will make it. Well, don't worry about it. We'd get through there. We were going to go fish. I think it was Duck Lake. The water had been up in the Mississippi River and gone down. And when it goes down, it's just the greatest fishing in the world. And you tried to tell him, don't take that new Jeep. But we piled in the brand new Jeep. It smelled new and everything was new. And he goes down through the water, and all of a sudden, whoa. And about that time, he hollered. And water was pouring in the Jeep, running through the Jeep, and we were sitting there. He said, get out and hook the cable up on the winch. And I get out and wade, and you climb out, and we hook it up, and won't ever forget, he hit the little button to pull it through. He had it hooked to a tree. The battery went down. I can't believe this is happening. My, I can't believe water pouring through that brand new Jeep. Of course, you and I were trying to hold it back. We about to die. I'm going to go get a battery. Y'all stay right here. Well, needless to say, when he left, you and I got the fishing poles, the tackle boxes, and headed toward Duck Lake. We knew we were going to catch it. When we got there, of course, the boat had been tied and the water had gone down, the paddle was in it. I think the first two casts, I caught 6-pound bass back to back. You and I tore the fish up. We had a big stringer of fish. Remember, I'm talking about had a boat paddle, one of those long boat paddles. And we had to walk out, remember? And we had so many fish, probably 100 pounds of bass. I know that sounds like a fairy tale to all who will hear this story, but Reverend Johnny Hare and I have got a bunch of those stories, but this is the truth. We were dragging those bass. Won't ever forget when we come walking up to the camp. He's sitting on the front porch, swelled up, wouldn't talk, wouldn't say a word, just looked off. He saw those bass, turned his head. He was mad as he could be at you and I. Didn't talk to us for several days. But hey, we cleaned fish, and we had a dish pan full of fish. We've got some wonderful, wonderful memories and stories. And I just want you to know that I thank the good Lord of heaven that he allowed me to come in the same path of a great man of God, Reverend Johnny Hare. I want you to know, Reverend, I love you. I thank God for you, and I'm praying for you. The Lord will touch you, because your memories will forever live on. Your legacy will never die. Thank you, my dear friend.